Welcome back to Savannah by Night, our Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle here on Knights of Silvermoon. As you can see, we have a full house again, which we're all very pleased by. Now, we just had our finale of Age of Myth last night, but that is not entirely the end of the story, as we will be having some epilogue sessions upcoming. Though, in lieu of that, next Tuesday, Dreamy, where are you?
You can find me over with our friends at Top Down Tabletop. We're launching a brand new D&D 2024 rule set game called Embers and Arcanum. Come join us for political intrigue. It's gonna be lots of fun. I'm playing a bard for the first time.
Just vicious mockery. That's all you gotta do.
Exactly.
In and out of character.
Mm-hmm.
Whether or not you get a mechanical benefit, it despoils the soul.
And I will drop this as a fun little nugget for the character that I'm playing. Her playlist includes both Hans Zimmer and Doja Cat. Helena's into it.
That's on range.
That's a unique spectrum. Okay. Outside of that, we of course will be back next week, but Thursday you can catch the ongoing story of the Age series with our Age of Innovation taking place in the Victorian era. And then next Friday, I believe, Martel, correct me if I'm wrong, the Star Wars game is back.
I think that is wrong, but I'm not sure.
Why does that keep happening? How dare? Why must you turn this stream into a house of lies?
Don't know. I just like to.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
More of an apartment of lies. We all rent.
Anywho, if there's no other announcements other than we have Sam, what do you got?
Just for all of you who've been catching up on the story via YouTube, just so you're all aware, all of the episodes, sessions will have been uploaded to YouTube. Well, they're all uploaded, but they'll have been released on YouTube by this Friday. So at that point, if you got a weekend, I think the whole total length spans more than 48 hours, but just spend all of Saturday and Sunday catching up. Don't do anything else. Sleep, you can do that next week. Just catch up on all that happened in the past 18 sessions leading up to this one.
You can watch my hair grow and get cut off.
Actually, that's the last of the YouTube episodes because we just can't continue because the hair's gone. So.
All right. In lieu of any other announcements, I think it's a good time to dive into a vampire story, shall we? Last time on Savannah by Night. Tabby did a bit of scouting of the city to better familiarize herself with the various pathways and secret routes afforded to her by the sewers before hitching a ride to Elysium with Ellie and Cora. Once there, she was pulled into the potentially criminal confidence of fellow Nosferatu and two Ventru, all of which gave her the impression they might be willing to include her in potential jobs. However, will Tabby remember the stipulation given to her by her primogen? Cora spotted Costello being chatted up by a bombshell blonde, a situation some might just kill for. Yet, he seemed entirely uncomfortable, though it was unclear if it was the topic of conversation or merely his conversation partner. Regardless, Cora swooped in to rescue him from his predicament. Thanking her, he made himself scarce for the time being. Acting on behalf of their clan's whip, Lewis then delivered to Cora a set of keys and the deed to a home of her very own. Something, perhaps, for her to look forward to at the end of the night. Kate spent some time admiring the cadre of kindred mean girls, of which was populated by important names, titles, and a certain degree of ferocious clout. She soon ran into Belle, though without the cellular calamity from their first encounter. The Malkavian congratulated her on the new job, but was reluctant to discuss much of anything about her own career, and promptly excused herself. Finally, Kate found Nathaniel Innsbruck. He relayed to her a few smaller, subtle lessons, gave her a question to consider, and assured her he would make arrangements for her to shadow him the following evening, provided, of course, she can adhere to a small litany of expectations. Artem received a tentative job offer from the Brujah primogen, Samuel Limehouse, with the additional potential angle of helping to track down the person he was supposed to arrive with. But would such rendered aid ultimately cost him? However, he had more pressing matters to contend with, as Ali was seemingly attempting to ferret some information out of him. That same blonde Cora rescued Costello from simply absconded with the Slavic slab of a man, all on her dainty own. This left Ellie with a familiar problem and a new appreciation for a skill set they've never quite developed, let alone mastered. Continuing to roam the halls of Elysium, they too found the mean girls, but noticed a Nosferatu had seamlessly joined the group, prompting Ellie into approaching. Petra, the Nosferatu in question, and all her primped-up finery, after a bit of teasing, of course, appeared to take some pity on Ellie, leading them away, seemingly to impart some degree of social graces on the neonate, at least in theory. But before we get to that, I'm very happy to say, let's catch up with our resident Toreador. You spent the last 2 nights getting properly acquainted with Nico's jewelry shop in the heart of Savannah. Now, while it's relatively quiet that late at night, it gives you all sorts of opportunity to understand the ins and outs of the business, how the security works, which for you would probably come quite natural, as you're used to the other side of that equation. However, you've had other things to contend with as well. Feeding, for one, which we will address now. We're going to treat it that you've been feeding properly, you've been keeping up. So you were going to take off 1 point of blood, just for simply waking up.
Yep.
Now, do you have I always forget if it's blush of life or blush of health.
I don't, so I usually do another.
Okay. With that dealt with, you are back at the home that's been opened to you by Nico and his sire, Clarice. You've had a bit of time to dress up your room, perhaps the first room you've had in a very long time that was truly your own, in a way that you would like. Have you done any modification or anything? You do have
Um,
furniture.
yes. And she wouldn't do anything to the furniture because seems to be antique. Um,
Antique and
and
bespoke.
yeah, so she wouldn't dare. But I think she would um pick suitable linens. The kind of theme for her room is green and pink and gold, as our color scheme. And she's really leaning into textured fabrics at the moment,
Hmm.
to add a little depth to things. So she got some really thick draperies that she may have even just thrifted and sewn together. She didn't go for anything crazy expensive. She feels a little uh only a little bit guilty about having to use Nico's money to buy her clothes, and so she wanted the room to just be what she was able to find without any help, if that makes sense.
So she is drawing a, oh, what's the correct word? Not per diem, per noctum?
Yes, a pernoctum.
Fair. So she has a credit card for outside things, but she's making a point to use her own money for this part of it.
Yeah, because she wants the room to feel like it belongs to her,
Mm-hmm.
because she hasn't had that in a long time.
Okay. Fair. Now, you do have thick metal shutters on the windows during the day.
The curtains are for aesthetic,
Yeah.
of course.
That's what I figured. Just letting you know
Mhm.
that the room is safe.
Yes.
In fact, all the rooms in the house have some manner of shutter. But you have some quiet time to walk around the house.
Mhm.
Nico isn't there, at least not that you can see. Is there anything that you want to do specifically in the house? I do have something set aside for you, but
I have this image of her kind of exploring the house, and as she's putting the stuff in her room together and arranging things, she's playing music and like singing and dancing through the rooms, like going and getting something from here and bringing it there. um in this like very large house, I'm sure the acoustics are really good, and so I think she's kind of feeling at home in that she can hum a tune, she can sing. um so if she sees Clarice, she'll stop.
you do see Clarice in a sort of rather lavish drawing room. There is kind of Apple Store white, pristine, not unlike certain parlors in Elysium itself, except it's not just the walls and the molding, it's the floors, the ceiling, the piano, the bookcases, the couches. And despite how starkly white the room is, it actually throws color onto the porcelain skin of Clarice and her red hair.
Mm.
As you're singing to yourself, you do hear a little bit of that piano and it is changing its tune to match whatever you're singing to yourself.
Oh no. I think Poppy will peek her head in, but she'll still kind of sing just a little more pianissimo as she pops her head. I don't care if Monday's blue. And just kind of peeks in.
You find she's wearing more of a sort of silk nightgown, very elegant. It kind of looks like you could wear it out if you wanted to, but seems more like the kind of primpery someone very fancy and elegant wears at home. Like, this is what she looks like when she's dressed down.
Right.
Like her version of sweatpants.
Amazing.
And she's rather effortlessly playing. And she turns her head to look at you.
Poppy will finish the song.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Do you
I
get
think.
closer, or do you stay sort of like in the
No,
archway?
she'll walk in. I think
Okay.
she'll kind of giggle at what's happening, but she'll walk in. She's like holding like a like a staple gun and a hot glue gun in her hand, that she like clearly got from somewhere else, and but she'll come to the center of the room and finish the song, giggling, I think a bit, and then I think as the song progresses towards the end, she'll release the giggles and be a little more sincere with her performance.
So when you say she'll be more sincere, as in you're launching into another?
No, just finishing that song.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd say as you start to develop a little bit of a mutual rhythm, she
Mhm.
takes one hand off the keys to play with one hand, and the other is sort of like air playing, as if trying to guide you into hitting a note.
Poppy will do her
As if she's
damnedest.
trying to play you.
She can. She
Mhm.
could.
Okay.
Yeah, so she'll try to follow as best as she can.
Do you have performance on your sheet?
I have 2 dots in performance.
Okay. So what would be appropriate to that? Let's go with charisma and performance.
I have 4 dots in charisma.
I don't think we've actually had a charisma roll so far in the game.
I don't recall one. All right. And we're back. Okay.
So just a
Okay, I
difficulty
got
of 6 or higher.
6 or higher. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes, 1, 1. And one of my successes was a 10, which does
The 10 would get canceled out by the 1.
by the 1. Okay, so that means 4 successes.
4 successes. You manage to rather flawlessly follow along with her maestro instructions. You're able to hold it together until the song peters out, and you're able to finally let go of that giggle fit that you've been holding in. Probably that has been adding a very sort of warbling tremolo that's added some
little vibrato.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And she just very politely claps.
Oh, thank you. And she'll do a big old curtsy, still holding her crafting supplies.
Oh. So you can perform.
Yes. Well, I mostly grew up dancing, but I did a little singing here and there with my dad in the car.
Well, it was quite the show for just someone who sings in the shower, as it were.
Well, you provided a good accompaniment. You're really talented.
Oh, that's just practice.
Mm.
If you have enough time, well, they say put 10,000 hours into anything to become an expert.
Right. Maybe I should pick up clarinet again. Maybe not.
Aim higher.
Harp. Electric guitar? Sitar.
Electric guitar has some nice accompaniment. And she tickles the ivories a little bit. And it might dawn on you that she is basically ivory in an ivory room tickling ivories.
I'm tickled by that.
Hey.
Eh.
If you were just finding out now that we do puns here,
Yeah, there's a lot. Is there? I'm sure there is, but like a local orchestra for people like us?
hmm,
Or a band?
man, that's interesting. A Malkavian maestro is involved in the show scene, has actually managed to revitalize a certain amount of opera and the performing
Opera.
arts.
Amazing.
He's quite often at Elysium,
Hmm.
at least from what I recall.
That's very cool.
Hmm.
I think I've missed music a little bit recently.
Did you used to play or sing before?
No, but it was always just around. And that's something, it didn't feel as present in my beginnings of my unlife, I suppose.
Ah.
And if it was there, it was like music in the background. It was filler.
Noise.
Yeah, noise.
It's come to miss the noise.
The mall still has noise, I will say. If you desperately needed to go.
Not quite my scene.
I don't think many people enjoy the mall these days anyway.
Mm. You're asking about a band.
Yeah.
I've heard of a trio that they are kindred, but their clan is not quite entirely understood. There's rumors.
Okay.
They sometimes filter through town. But their sire stayed here for a time.
Was he also a musician or she? Were
She,
they? She.
indeed. So the key word is was.
And stayed here for a time. Went the way of what was that guy's name? Maxwell. Maximilian. I never knew his actual name.
Hmm. Start with Max. There actually is another Maximilian in town.
Mm. It's a big name to live up to.
From what I saw, the Bruja fell short of the one we already have.
Yeah. A head shorter.
Head and shoulders above.
Ooh, excellent.
So what are your plans tonight, Poppy?
Well, out of character moment. Am I needed at the jewelry store today?
You have time to go out.
Okay. Okay. Um, she'll
You've been seeing in the group chat that people are have been raring to go to Elysium. They haven't been
Yeah,
using that word, but they've been using Wormslow or the Big House rather
great.
interchangeably. And you did see a
With a
rather
cake.
a
Yes.
cake, a rather pert Artem quivering on the shoreline.
Um,
If he's cold, you're cold.
bring him inside and with his gator. Um, crocodile? Gator.
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 His emotional
Um,
support suitcase. They
um,
call him Samsonite.
oh. I think before I head over to the store, I may take a moment and stop by Wormslow. Some of my friends uh, are there, and I haven't seen them in a couple of days because I've been really locked in on getting the run of the store. So I might want to visit with them and just see what's going on there.
Do you have a car?
I do. It's very nice. It's a Lexus. Nico gave it to me. It's the one with the four doors. It's a late model. It's not one of like the newer ones or anything, but it's very pretty.
She looks around and she seems to be rather aimlessly tickling the ivories. No particular rhythm or melody. Give me 15 minutes and we'll go in something more appropriate.
Ooh, excellent. Poppy will take her accoutrement and head on out and probably change clothes out of the paint splattered situation she has on right now.
Okay. So in that time, how does Poppy revitalize herself?
I'm really killing this outfit
How does
today. So she
she
puts on
quicken her
this.
fashion?
Yes. She puts on this, not this necklace. This is total masquerade breaking moment, I think. Or it's too tongue in cheek. I don't know. She doesn't feel brave enough for that yet. But she'll find like a nice black tank top, a blazer that she thrifted. She's putting it over the very nice designer tank top that she
Thrifted
got.
or grifted?
Yes. And leather pants, black leather pants, with some heeled platform boots and a big, it's like a beaded bag, but it's like chartreuse. It's really loud. Um, not like it's visually loud, not like it's clattering around. Um, yeah, and she'll curl her hair, do some makeup. Yeah,
Nice.
I agree.
You find back downstairs in that same drawing room. Perhaps it's because of the fact that she is an older Toreador. That is, of your kind being built for speed. You can only imagine what that's like for the very old.
Right.
And someone who, again, 10,000 hours of practice will make anyone an expert at something. In that time, she has gone through this transformation.
Queen.
Just a little hint of curls, almost like they've been graduated in, little twists.
Mhm.
You see that same cameo choker with the Nosferatu clan sigil on it. And she's still wearing a sort of black, somewhat lacy like ball gown. But there is a slight splash of color to it. Like almost red ribbing going through the bodice. And while she does take out a pair of keys, if I were to give you these for tonight, you're not going to crash my rolls, are you?
No. Oh my gosh, no. Your rolls.
And she just holds out her hand, expecting you to take it.
She's slightly shaking, tries to hide it, grabs the keys,
Mhm. But
going,
she's
I'm
not
usually
just
the
holding out the
passenger
keys.
princess.
It's like she's expecting you to take her hand.
Oh, I see. She'll
The
also do
keys are
that.
sort of just the excuse of. It's like when someone goes to hand a tip off to an usher,
Hmm.
but it's like a handshake. It's that sort
Yeah,
of smoothness to it.
amazing. Yeah, so Poppy will do her best to transition the keys and the hand, either giving an arm or
Mm.
whatever it seems
It would
like the right
become
move
just an
is.
arm. But as you get into the garage, you find a rather classic Rolls two-door, all curbs.
Cool.
Very much looks like a maybe 50s, 60s, all white, black wheels with the white rims or the white line on the rims.
Yeah.
And here's the question. Do you help her into the car or do you just expect her to get in herself? A
Uh,
fancy motorized chariot.
I think I think the thing that caught her off guard was the fact that she wanted me to give an arm. And then she was like, oh, I'm the chauffeur right now. Okay, great. And so she'll, offer a hand into the car, open the door for her, do all of that stuff. Um, yes. While perhaps internally going, I'm usually the passenger princess. Okay, we're going to be very careful. We are going to follow all traffic signals. We are going to stop completely at the stop signs and like going through everything that she wouldn't do perhaps if she was just by herself in a beat up car.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay. Part of me wants to make you roll for it because that would be really funny for me.
I mean,
But this
we
isn't
could.
this isn't driving outside of basic traffic. You're not trying to get away from a situation you created. This is simple, basic traffic laws. I can see you, Sam.
Sam's like, Helene, out of character, Helene is a very, very cautious driver. Very cautious. Yes. But yes,
So
that's
you are going
totally
into
fine.
this with the mentality that you are, well, much like the car, white knuckling it the whole way there, trying to keep this on the road.
Mhm.
Now, do you remember where Wormslow is, or do you need her to direct you?
No, I feel like Poppy at this point would know where it is because she's been 2, 3 times at this point. Were we that far away?
You're in the middle of the historic district, is where the house is. And Elysium
Yes.
is kind of at the outskirts where
So,
it starts becoming less mainland and more chunks of island.
I feel like she could get like city-wise where she needs to go, but once they're trying to more in the sticks,
Mhm.
she might need some assistance at that point, and she would perhaps ask.
Mhm. I'd say because she's never been from the house to Elysium directly, it's probably more a case of she needs direction to get to where the main highway is, and from there she can kind of figure it out.
That tracks. Yeah.
So while she does give some initial direction, she does space off a little bit after you get your bearings, and she starts handling a little bit of the cameo around her neck as she starts staring out the window. And you do notice a certain downturn of energy.
Poppy might, as she's kind of staring out the window, try to put on some music, trying not to find anything that's too like sad or heartbreaking. Maybe something that's like a little more upbeat. Uh, just because it seems like music's the thing today.
Mm. Okay. So you're trying to give her some noise.
Yeah, make her
Okay.
feel a little better.
Do you say or ask her anything?
Uh, no, I don't think so. I think she'll just put something on and then kind of try to gauge her reaction. Um, yeah.
The mood doesn't seem to change, but it doesn't worsen.
Okay.
Which maybe that's the best you can hope for.
Yeah.
You can
Give her a music video.
yeah. You can rarely improve something, but it's really easy to make it worse.
Right.
So on balance.
It seems the theme in
Yeah.
Elysium a little bit.
Now, as you get up to the gate, you recognize that there are some guards there. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, you were at the gates before when a situation arose.
Yes.
Okay. In a different
But
car.
I'm a different car. I look way cuter. I preemptively roll the window down, perhaps even, because I'm sure we got some nice tints on these windows.
Mm-hmm.
I'll even say hello.
They were approaching a little more casually as they recognized the car, and then as the window rolls down, there's a little bit more of a straighter back,
Oh
as
no.
that was not the face that they were expecting.
Yeah.
And there's a little bit more of a hand on hip action.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't look like they're drawing a weapon as much as they're waiting for this to start computing. As the guard, who was not Julius, but just another of the presumed ghouls, or perhaps another kindred at the gate. They peer in, they see Clarice. Is everything all right tonight, ma'am? And he's not speaking to you. Everything's fine. He looks to her, looks to you.
Wink.
Looks over at the gate, gives that sort of like two-finger in mouth whistle. And the gate opens. You are waved through. You pass through the moonlit, dappled road, passing by the canopy of trees. And as you get to the sort of impromptu parking lot that is now quite profusely filled with cars. Not as packed as your first night. And while you have been to some Alicia in the past, you haven't been to enough of the same one to know what patterns look like. But you would know that Elysium is not necessarily a weekly or nightly event. It's very often whoever shows up.
Mm.
It's a more organic and fluid thing. Some nights are quiet. Some nights are packed. But you don't know what this is for this one. You don't know if this is a big event. You don't know if it's a small one. What you know is your first night, it was packed. Your second night, relatively quiet. Or maybe that's just because you were the first ones there because you were just down the street from it.
Right.
So, selection bias plays against you.
Hmm.
So you're able to find a parking space. And she does direct you. And it's something that maybe more than most of you, except for Kate probably, would catch on, that those with a certain amount of clout get good parking spaces.
Mhm.
There's some reserved parking. And while Clarice may not have a title, she seems to have a certain amount of standing and influence still. And as the car wafts into the parking lot, you are guided to a parking space nearer to the door than most.
I'll park and go around to help her out. It's right there.
And you're able to do so quite easily. Although the slightly more gravelly and dirt of the parking lot makes it a slightly less elegant image than maybe you were hoping for.
Yeah.
But despite that, she is walking on her heels, unperturbed by the gravel. Of all the things that one can practice in that 10,000 hours,
Mhm.
she's had time for this as well. You pass through the doors. Do you say anything to Bruno, or do you leave the poor man be?
She'll just do a small little wave at him. Won't bother him.
Clarice does much the same. Just a simple nodding acknowledgement. But he gets the door for her.
Mm.
You're escorted through. And do you stay by her, or do you let her pull away?
If it seems like she's trying to pull away, I think Poppy will let her do so. Yeah.
Okay.
Um, does Poppy get the feeling she should give the keys back to her, or is she the chauffeur this evening?
She hasn't asked for the keys back. She has not
Great.
made any kind of silent demand. She has not held out her hand.
Perfect. Okay.
You would get more the essence of you have been requisitioned,
Great.
and you're able to get lost in all of this a little bit. But before we get more into that, is it okay if we fade out from there while you are getting lost in the crowd?
Sounds good.
Okay. Now, who should we pick up with first? You know, let's go with Ellie. because that's the reaction I want. How you doing?
Doing great. How are you? How have things been?
Great. I can't help but enjoy the juxtaposition of the preening, perfect Toreador pair that just walked in, and the picture of decrepitude that is these two Nosferatu, but one more adorned like a beauty queen, and then Ellie.
I would take insult if it wasn't completely true.
Mm. Much like the quasi-mirrored entrance of our Toreador, you're walking arm in arm. But she's not expecting you to lead, she's leading you. As if she both knows that she's the celebrity and the arm candy, and you're her prop. Now, Ellie, dear, what's the problem? What's holding you back?
I've my skills been a lot more in observing and gathering info online. Usually in my line of work, you don't tend to have to actually talk to people except through chat. So when I'm being asked to gather information from people via talking to them, it can be a little tough. It's never been a skill I actually needed until recently.
She's looking around the room, well, she's fully listening. She's taking in everything around her. I'm sure you've heard of fake it till you make it, dress for the job you want, just show up and look like you belong.
It has come up once or twice.
She's going to lead you up the stairs, and not in a quick step. Like, she's reaching down with her other hand to rather elegantly pinch and hold up the skirt just a little bit so she doesn't trip as she traipses up the stairs. She's making a show of elegance that, despite her ruined countenance, it hasn't changed anything else. She leads you to a balcony that's been occupied by more than a few this evening already, but a different part of it, different perspective on the room, looking down into the main hall.
Is that what you do?
What is it do you think I do?
Just in terms of, or maybe that's what you did in terms of faking it until it became the truth.
What do you see when you look at me? And she gets right in your face.
I see one of the few members of our clan that doesn't have to sneak in the shadows around here.
It's Elysium. No one has to be in the shadows.
The way that
Out there's a different story, but here, we're all kindred.
I guess that's something I'm still getting used to in this city.
What do you want for yourself? It can't all just be chatting online, getting information, extorting. She articulates as she walks her fingers up your chest.
I've always been good at catching people who are acting out of line and finding threats before they become a problem.
There is a hint of the smile she might have had before the embrace. Still ruined teeth, but somehow something of the lips remained just a little close to life. But only for a moment. You said what you do, but not what you want. Why do you do any of it? What's the point? What's the end goal? This can't be all you want for yourself, is it? Frittering away your evenings. Click-clacking away on your little computer.
I want to be respected.
Ah, now we're getting somewhere. Good. To what end?
I've been an outsider for all of my lives. And have been always underestimated. And I want others to know that I'm not to be messed with. And like you see Ellie kind of like stare like a little vindictively down the balcony to all the various kindred who are having their discussions, having their planning and scheming. Yes, that's it. I want them to respect me.
She's going to walk her fingers down your spine as she urges you up against the railing so you can look down at them more carefully. She leans in and whispers into your ear. Respect will come when you make them fear you. Blow up a car or two. Maybe not theirs. One of their ghouls, blood dolls. Let them know you can reach out and touch one of them at will. They may not like you. They may even hate you and wish to do you ill. But they'll respect your power.
I think I understand.
You don't, but you will. One way or the other.
Is that what you did?
No, honey, we're just getting to know each other.
Fair.
Besides, you came to me with your problems. I'm not here to talk about myself. That would just be rude and egotistical.
Well, since you have already helped me a little bit with some of my problems, I would be remiss if I didn't offer my assistance with any of yours.
Oh, isn't that precious? How do I know you're even of use to me? And so far, I'm the only person you've come up and talked to. And that's because you think we go to the same school. I want you to go down there. Find someone you would never talk to. Have nothing to gain from it. Other than, how do I put this in computer terms? Install a spine. I'm getting just shock gasps in stereo over here.
Fine.
Well, off you pop. Go, 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 go. Petra's busy, and she just wafts away.
Ellie looks down and kind of holds a little tighter. The extended fingers wrap around the balcony, the railing, as they just like a hunter just scans for a target.
Do you want to think about your target for a little bit while I swap over to someone else, or do you have something in mind?
I will think about my target.
Mm-hmm.
I think I have a couple of ideas, but I'm also happy to let someone else take the reins while Ellie scans.
Okay, let's do that then. Well, let's continue the theme for this evening so far. We're going to pick up with Artem.
Howdy.
So you are locked arm with Yvette. No. You're the kind of guy that women go after so that they will always have a hip to cry on because you're a giant. So she has her arm rather comfortably around or trying to get around your waist. You're basically a redwood tree with legs.
Her hands aren't anywhere near my pockets, are they?
Roll. Ooh. What would I have you roll for that?
I've got awareness.
Perception alertness.
Yeah, sorry, alertness. Yeah.
Mm.
Well, actually, I have both.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good start. That's a bad one. Okay, 3.
3. Her hand is in your back pocket.
Okay.
She might not be in the group chat, but she knows about the cake.
As long as she's staying away from the keys in the wallet, we're good.
Now, why didn't you really call me? Liable to hurt a girl's feelings, you know. Putting myself out there. Really?
I had a pretty disruptive couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
Just been trying to get my footing. New city, new country. You know.
Oh, it sounds like you need someone to show you around.
Are you offering?
Well, something's being offered.
Do you not think that Chris is up for the job?
What places does Chris go?
She took me to the racetrack. That was pretty cool.
Oh, well, I can assure you, I provide a much better show at the racetrack.
Do you?
And she sort of slinks out and away from you, wrists clasped behind her back as she's walking backwards, letting you see the full show a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So, racetrack, Elysium. Is that it? Quite the tour guide.
She showed me some very nice outdoor locations.
One would expect.
That's what I'm into.
Never been to any of the clubs here so far?
I haven't, have I?
You've been to a bar.
Been to I've been to a bar.
Oh, let me guess. Chuck's?
It's a good guess.
Some people tend to call that place the Rack. Do you know why?
I don't.
It's an old term. Usually means where anybody who is nobody goes to feed.
Hmm. Well, you don't make it sound that great, but I am sort of trying to be nobody right now, so maybe that's exactly what I should be.
Maybe. And she stops in her steps for you to catch up a little bit, and then she takes that last 2 steps forward. So that she's not just looking up, she's looking straight at the chest, and the eyes look up. We could go somewhere nicer later. Expend that palette so you can actually judge. Be nobody somewhere else tonight.
Night, I'd like to. He sort of like points around the room, get a
You're
better
outside.
sense of what's going on here. But I could go tomorrow.
Oh. Text me tomorrow. Better
Okay.
yet, text me right now.
Okay.
And she turns, and she's still doing that wrist clasp kind of thing. So you're just getting like the full nape, bare shoulders, trying to provide an appetizing view while she stares off into the forests and the glittering water that surrounds Elysium. So do you actually send her a text, or do you...
Is she like standing there, or
She's not looking at
gone?
you. She's within like a foot of you, waiting for you to decide if you're going to follow through or not.
Yeah, I'll follow through. He's definitely thinking in his head, God, I wish she had walked away.
You hear a little chirp sound, and you don't know where it's coming from on her. But she produces her phone. What did you actually send her?
Just Artem.
Can't see her expression, but she puts the phone back wherever she procured it from. Well, now, that'll have to do. See me back inside, won't you? And she holds out her arm for you to take.
Sure.
And I'm assuming you lead her back in, or
Yeah, I'll leave her
you go
in.
back into Wormslow with her? Or do you just sort of see her to the door and then run screaming into the night?
I'll see her to the door. Maybe not run screaming into the night, but I'll just kind of look out at the wilderness for a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Can we fade out from there for a little bit, or did you have any other things you wanted to do?
Yeah, you can fade out.
Okay. Let's check in with Kate. You've just had a conversation with Innsbruck. What are you trying to do now? You just scanning the room, or
No, I was on my way to go find Harlan.
Harlan? Okay. You find Harlan and Chris, and he's talking to a woman with what looks like long, sort of dirty blonde hair, but pulled back very, very tight, almost like it's mimicking a very tomboyish cut, the way it's sort of slicked. Very tightly kept. Leather jacket. Very beat up leather jacket, too. Like well cut, well fitting, but it looks like it's seen age and weather. But in a way that's almost too stylish. And they seem to be chatting it up.
I'll go up to them.
Okay. Harlan is the first to acknowledge you because he sees you over their shoulder as Chris is standing next to him. Chris will sort of wave in your direction, but Harlan goes, "Hey, Bolton, how you doing?"
I'm doing all right.
And the other woman looks over her shoulder at you. Ugh,
Nice to meet you.
fuck off. And she just walks away.
She seems delightful.
Well, her new Bruja playmate was just killed the other day, so she's a little on edge.
And that's just kind of standard for them.
You know, on some days it kind of is.
Also, Chris, is that the Bruja? Like, that's who you wanted us to go party with?
Yeah.
Interesting choice.
I mean, she's less stuck up than most of the people here. I'm gonna go find her, and she just walks away.
Bye, Chris.
Bye.
Well, she's certainly having fun in what is clearly not her social scene.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't know what to do with it. Like, I feel like I'm in an episode of Twilight Zone, and I'm not quite sure how happy I am about that. Like, it's nice that she's, like, hanging out with other people, but it's fucking concerning.
No, I did notice she ditched Artem really fast.
I mean, they are basically cohabitating. She probably sees enough of the guy.
It's true.
Anyway, how you doing?
I'm all right. How about you? Is court your scene?
Yeah, some nights more than others.
So I actually had something to ask.
Oh, well, now that is flattering.
Chucks, that's not your only haunt, is it? Any other good dive bars here in Savannah?
There's a few.
Care to name names?
I feel like you're fishing for something in particular.
No, I just need, you know,
Oh, come on now.
expand the hunting territory.
And there it is.
I mean, it really shouldn't be that surprising of an ask. I'm new in town, getting my bearings.
No, but I appreciate a certain amount of honesty rather than all the word games. I got enough of that here.
I mean, that is my specialty.
But I
Have
don't
you
have
met
to.
one of us before?
A little bit. But a certain amount of honesty would be just so refreshing.
Okay, well then, Harlan, I would love if you could share some of your favorite dive bars, so I might go hunting there. I promise to be on my best worst behavior.
That's what I like to hear. But he'll sort of angle with his head for you to walk with him so it's less in the middle of the room. You is over at Lewis, who is walking through the crowd in that slightly spaced out way that maybe you've seen him before. He kind of half acknowledges Harlan before continuing out into a hallway and then out a door. But you find yourself a little more cloistered. You're able to find a way to whisper near each other. Now, giving you some of my locations might give people a hint about what sort of things this particular blue blood's into.
That is a guessing game. That's quite a risk to participate in, isn't it?
Kindred life is nothing but risk. Yeah, I could give you a few,
Be much appreciated.
but maybe I'd like a consideration or two floated my direction at some point as well.
Naturally.
Nothing major. I don't got anything
Nothing
planned
comes
right
free
this-
here.
No, of course not. But I ain't gonna rake you over the coals for nothing. Just a small hint now and again, commensurate with ones that I give you.
All right.
And there is a list of bars I do have in one of my documents that I will
You
have
just
to
send me
find for
later.
you. Yeah, so he will give you a few names.
Mhm.
He'll give you like some areas of town. Like he'll describe some of them. Some of them are too far from River Street itself. There's other hole in the wall places. There's places who are trying to match the aesthetic of hole in the wall places, but are more gentrified emulations of a hole in the wall bar, which maybe that's what you're into. The facade, because you might find some hipstery people there that's why they're going in the first place.
They all got stuck with the mustache on the finger in 2012, and
Just permanently glued. Some sound more collegey. Some are... He gives you a few classier ones as well. Because he's still looking at the venture going, this is a bit of a trick, this is a bit of a trap. She's looking for something else in particular. So he's casting a wider net, trying to see what really gets your attention. You said dive bar.
I'm gonna try to keep a pretty solid mask up.
Okay. Let's have you roll manipulation and subterfuge.
Okay.
Because you're trying to master your reaction to anything he says, anything that he describes.
Five successes.
Nice. Well done. Kate is built for court, y'all.
Just
He
not if it
does-
involves Chris.
She just peers in from off camera. Your successes start dwindling down. But as you are listening and maybe asking a few questions. You are dancing around, maybe not a specific point, but intentionally dancing around points that you have no interest in order to throw off the scent. You have created too wide of a net. So you have information that you can start acting on your own, and you've given him, as far as you know, nothing actionable. Other than the fact you initially started with dive bars, which might give him a place to look if he was really interested. But on its face, effectively, you've told him nothing. But everyone has, at least in your experience, everyone might learn where everyone else is feeding up to an extent when you were in DC. Areas, certain habits. But among Ventru, location played into things and people learned those things, but it rarely gave the answers anyone was really looking for. So unless he has a way to burn down that haystack, he's not quite ready to find that needle just yet. Is there
Hey,
anything else you want?
Harlan, I knew you were the one to ask.
I'll do what I can. But I hope this goes both ways.
I said I would.
Yeah. You'll live to see it. Anything else you need from me?
And speaking of Artem, you haven't seen him, have you? He's not off like hiding in the woods, is he?
I haven't seen him. I saw Chris giving the finger to somebody earlier. I thought that might have been him, but
There's a good chance.
if I see him, you want me to send you a message or what?
I'm just checking in. I'm interested to see just how utterly miserable he is here tonight. Call it a morbid curiosity.
Yeah, there's a bit of that goes around here. All right. Catch up with you in a bit.
Later.
I gotta go see where the hell Chris got up to. So he'll wander off to try and find whatever mess that is now. We're gonna just swivel the camera over to wherever Tabby is in this scene. What have you been doing? Who did you last talk to?
Tabby most recently was talking to that group.
Right. You were talking to Matthias and Lila, who've absconded from the group, leaving
Yes.
you with
Lila.
Fitz and Edward. But as
Yes.
that conversation's
Wasn't
petered out,
Lila there too?
she had left.
Oh, she
with
left,
Matthias.
yeah.
So it left you with those two. And while the conversation had petered out, you did get Edward's number if you hadn't already.
The conversation, I don't think resolved. I believe it was, the discussion was there might be an opportunity for something, and they might need Tabby or someone of similar skill or value.
It had ended with Edward making sure you had his number.
Yeah.
And they would check in with you at some point if and when they wanted your services.
Gotcha.
So you are a conversational free agent at the moment.
Cool. Tabby will kind of look around and see if Mason is here.
Mason?
Yeah.
Okay. You see him talking with the one you came to know as the Seneschal.
Mm-hmm.
The Seneschal is crossed-armed and leaning against a pillared archway near one of the parlor rooms. And he seems to be intently listening. You can't quite tell what's being said, but there are a few visibly traded words, but you can't quite make out what's being said. Mason is standing with his back to you and wrist clasped behind his back. Both are very dignified monsters at the moment.
Tabby considers engaging with him and decides to.
Okay.
She will approach reverently, kind of hands behind back, as if she were a student about to recite something.
You hear some muffled but definite tone shift from Alden, which prompts Mason to turn around, or at least just look over his shoulder at you. And because of the almost crepe paper plaster skin that he has, and you're only seeing one side of his face, the eye roll in your direction seems unnatural. Yes, Tabby.
Mr. Mason, sorry to interrupt. With a hesitancy to see if he would cut her off, and if he doesn't seize it.
He holds up a finger for just a moment, looks to Alden, who seems to be hiding a smirk. And then Mason goes, "Please, won't you join us?"
Of course.
Now, what is it that you had?
I have been looking for opportunities to prove usefulness, value, start building up a resume, as it were. And while I don't have one at this moment, it's quite possible that I will soon. So I was going to pass by the prospective employers, not the right terms, but in case they were trying to ask a task of me on the spot, I would kind of check off that thing that you wanted me to, of letting you know if before I took any specific jobs, making sure whether or not even just naming potential people involved was advisable or should avoid at all costs.
You see Mason and Alden share a very, very long look. Before the Seneschal goes, "I can see you have your work cut out for you." And he gives a little gracious or graceful nod to Mason and steps away from the scene. Mason will direct you to usurp that previous perch of the Seneschal.
She will take that place.
Mixed bag there. Can you tell me what you did right and what you did wrong?
didn't out anyone.
Good.
That's good. I guess debasing myself, showing that I don't have much value at the moment. I'm very.
Admitting to a basic truth that everyone can see is the only smart move. Acting as if you are above your station when everyone knows otherwise is a good way to get your head removed. So no, you did fine. The mistake was mentioning such things as what my directives are for you in front of someone else.
Oh,
Discretion. You maintained it in one area and failed to uphold it in another. That's something we're going to have to work on for you.
sorry, sir. I do not.
This has nothing to do with an apology, because that won't change anything. It's for you to understand how loose lips sink more than ships. We are a clan that trades in secrets. Are you following?
I do, sir. I want to garner those that are useful to myself and to us as a clan. I don't. I don't have any. And of course, there's the possible thing of just starting to tail people and start trying to, like a journalist, start trying to find out facts about them. But I feel like at this point, considering I have the support of the clan, but very little reason for anyone to go out of their way for me, I feel like it'd be very easy for them to turn around and be like, ah, a tail, snap my neck, and then be fine in Elysium the next day.
Yes.
So I know that I'm doing horribly. I've been doing horribly ever since I got here. I'm trying to find a basis, and I know I'm not good at the secrets thing. I apologize. I know you're not looking for apologies. I'm saying it. I want to do stuff, and I find it hard to find a way to start doing that without voicing my needs, and I currently have way more needs than I have qualifications.
Ah, the universal Nosferatu plight. We all start in the same way. But perhaps this hitting of rock bottom will give you the bounce that you need. Understand, Tabby, I am not against you taking on a job. I want for all of ours to be useful, productive, or at the very least, not a liability. So, you mentioning to me, I have a potential job. That is fine. That is what I told you to do. Your mistake was mentioning such things in front of others, instead of waiting for either myself to be alone or asking if I could speak with you, sir, privately. Learn how and when. Because as far as I know, that's 2 instances of indiscretion since you've been here. There will not be a third. Now, what is this job?
They have not given me specifics yet.
Merely floating the possibility.
I've been given a few numbers and was asked in a vague general question of what I would be willing to do for clout.
Who?
Is it an indiscretion to mention them here?
Not to me.
Okay. Matthias, Edward, Lila, and Fitz.
All effective cobs in the criminal enterprises of their choosing. So they would be appropriate individuals to learn from. The step to avoid, however, is any pitfalls they create for you to create a fall guy. Now, they're not cruel dealers in that sense. Just don't give them a reason to. But don't agree to anything. Just start getting details. Judge what the task is, the risk of it, the outcomes, before you do it. Think of the potential outcomes, not just the benefits, but the consequences. Who are you upsetting? Who are you turning into a potential enemy? What future complications are you generating for yourself for the short-term gain? Is any of this making sense to you?
Yes, sir.
Run along.
She will turn and go.
Is it okay if we fade out from that, or did you have any further? Okay. Let's check in with Cora before we go to break. Last we saw you, you were, I believe, in the library. You had been... No, you'd stepped out, I
I
believe.
just stepped out, yeah.
Okay. So where were you headed?
Really, apart from checking in with the other new bloods until later tonight, as things start to quiet down and I need to head to Mr. Hezekiah's office. I only have a couple quick little things to do.
Mhm.
If I can find myself in the eye line of Grace, I just want to acknowledge her, to say a little remote thanks.
Mm. You find her in the main parlor, or like the main hall, I mean. You probably would have seen, from one perspective or another, that mean girl clique. And it had shifted over the course of the evening. It's largely stayed fluid in terms of who came and went. There's a few that stayed fairly static, but at the moment it's sort of fractured off in the smaller pockets as the clique had to give way to business. You see her discussing with someone else who is very well put together. Dark hair, glasses, like pencil skirt suit.
Huh.
Very ramrod posture.
I don't think Cora is going to interrupt Grace St. Louis after all. But rather, just as they're speaking, just sort of pass by and give her a quick little motion. And that's it.
Okay. She will raise a not wine glass as you pass by, give a little graceful nod. The other woman has no such glass, but she does take note of you. There's a polite nod.
Oh.
But
I am
assuming
curious.
Okay. Do you keep walking or do you try to gravitate in?
At this point, I think I will continue walking unless one of them calls me over. It's not my business tonight.
You do have one little item of business to take care of.
I do.
The license plates.
Which is what I mentioned. I was waiting kind of more towards the end of the night to do, since that was my appointed time for that. And Cora lived in Germany for a long time. So
you said that it would be ready by the end of the night, but you still had to drop off your plates. Remind the audience what those plates say.
Yes. So they say Bone Racer, or they could say Bone Racer, but you know, you can only fit 7 letters on the vanity plate in Georgia, so I'll put it over here.
Delightful.
Essentially, yeah.
Okay. Do you want to take your plates and either try and find Edward or Lila?
Sure. I'm gonna keep a lookout for Olivia as well, just because I need a little brief interaction with her if I can find her.
Sure.
But Other than that, then yes, I was kind of waiting for things to clear out a little
Mhm.
so that I could more discreetly remove my license plate, and then bring it over.
You find Olivia talking with a reedy, short blonde hair, blonde beard, kind of reedy looking, little unassuming. And she sees you and she gives a little wave, but in a way that's welcoming.
I'll return the wave and head on over.
Okay. Cora, hi. Oh, this is Paul. I don't know if you've met yet.
I don't believe so.
Hey. And he's stunned, it seems like, by being introduced. And so there's this moment where he doesn't know if he can reach for the handshake.
I'll reach a hand out.
Okay. Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
So, how are you finding this evening?
I just wanted to thank you for the gift the other night. It really took me back.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
Yeah, it's really something. I don't know how much of it was you and how much of it was me, but it was something special.
You see Paul kind of give this look like he kind of wants to fade into the bushes, or he doesn't know if he should. And she puts a hand on his upper arm, and it's okay. You know those, like, she's looking to him for a moment. Do you know those blue hibiscus flowers that I've been cultivating? Oh, yeah. Oh. And without really thinking about it, people are like, what did you see? She kind of laughs and she just pats his arm, but she does look to you for an answer.
I'll ask him one in return first. Um, have you tried them out yourself?
Uh, yeah, once.
It was a scent first. Fresh ice.
While it's him that asked the question, she's the one giving a sort of combination of soft and warm expression as her head sort of cants to the side a little bit in listening and in thought. I'm not sure if you're planning to elaborate any further on that, but
And then a moment with someone who was pretty special to me.
it's different for everyone. I'm glad I brought out something you were fond of.
It was so fleeting. I felt like maybe I should have tried to stay for a while, but I was a little bit overcome, frankly.
In your defense, most highs are fleeting.
Well, I do appreciate it. I don't know what all the opportunities I'll get. I'm finding I'm starting to become a little booked, and I am finally moving out, so.
There's a sort of march of steps in his expression of moving. Oh, right, the cottage.
Yeah, I'm still fairly new. Haven't been here a week, so
You'll have to excuse him. Tremere, new Tremere, anyways, typically don't stay at the cottage. Yeah,
oh,
we all go to the Chantry day one.
you have a dormitory situation.
At least to start.
That sounds nice. It's good they take care of you in that way.
And he gets a little bit of that middle distance stare for a moment. Yeah, they take care of us.
Are you a horticulturist too, then?
Um, he kind of looks to her. She gives this little sheepish shrug. Like the kind of look you give a person when you go, I want to help you, but I don't know how, buddy. He goes, it's still undeclared major.
Well, me too, I suppose so.
Uh, yeah. But you're getting along okay here.
I think so. Uh, getting along with people like us, anyway. I mean, the big wigs don't pay me much attention, but I seem to like the common people.
When you do say the big wigs, there's a brief flash where he's actually sort of like looking around the room for a moment.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Am I able to follow his eyes? Does he look at anybody in particular?
You can't see who he's looking at as much as you get the impression he's looking for someone in particular.
Okay.
And there's a moment of where he doesn't see, and his shoulders seem to relax a little bit.
So, almost expected to see somebody.
uh, a bit. And as you are saying that, you see a man in a longer coat, slightly longer hair, angular features. Very much whenever he looks at you or anything else, he looks like he's peering through it. He's not looking at the person as much as the constituent components of you.
Wild. Would I surmise that he is actively using aspects like I was earlier, or is this more of a scientific sort of
This is
analysis?
more of a demeanor.
Got it.
Next to him is a woman that's maybe about 5'5", 5'6", in heels, like boot heels, silver gray trousers and matching vest, gold pocket watch hanging off the vest, white blouse, graying, almost silver hair.
Cool.
Paul, honey, the old woman says. And the man goes, sorry to interrupt, but we do have something to get to. Oh, yeah, of course. Nice to meet you.
And nice to meet you too, Paul.
He kind of sheepishly turns around, but that initial sensation of hackles raised when he was looking around
Mm-hmm.
don't seem to match who has shown up.
Okay. Curious.
Like, it seems more relief. And the sort of tall man with the longer hair and the piercing gaze just looks at you and goes, "Ah, Miss Violante, charmed."
I don't believe I've had the pleasure.
Maximilian Keller of House Tremere.
Mr. Keller, well, it's nice to meet you.
I understand you spent some time in Frankfurt.
Yeah, that's right. It was my first new home.
As someone who spent a great deal of time in Austria, I'm sure we could share a few stories.
I've heard about the Austrian chantry a little bit.
I'd love to know what you've heard.
We should certainly talk it over sometime.
I look forward to it. Nice to meet you.
You as well.
And the trio walks off, leaving you with Olivia. Oh, I should probably go with him.
I understand. It seems my mention of higher up summoned them. Maybe being in the presence of you all is giving me some spells.
Well, Alcavians often have the power of synchronicity, so that tracks.
It was nice to see you.
You as well. I'm gonna go make sure he doesn't burst in the flame.
Of course, looks like he needs the help.
More than you know. And she scuttles off very, very quickly. And I think from that scene change, with everyone gone through, we're going to go on a bit of a late break. And we'll see you all soon. And welcome back to Savannah by Night, where some of our neonates are finding out the treacherous minefield that is Elysium and Court. We're going to pick up with Cora and a short errand that she needs to get done.
Yes, after the Tremere leave her, she will just quickly pop outside, open the trunk of her car, pull out her little tool set, and get the screwdriver, close the trunk, and take off both the front and rear license plate. Then sort of stow them in that like inner lining portion of her coat that it has the like extra deep, not really supposed to be a pocket but can act as a pocket, and slide that in there, and head over to the office that she and the New Bloods met Lila and Ed for the first time.
Now, do you send either of them a text that you're going up there?
I know I'm a little bit early.
Mm-hmm.
And Lila said to leave it with Ed.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I'll send him the heads up.
You'll notice something. She's never called him Ed.
Oh yeah, I'm using that as shorthand
I'm
just to
just-
talk between us.
Just making sure.
Yeah.
Venture tend to be very particular about names.
Don't worry, he'll be Mr. Hezekiah when I speak to him.
Okay. So you're just going to go up and leave those there. If you're trying to get into that office, the room is locked.
Okay.
So you could either leave them against the door or just the wall next to it.
Lila specifically said on her desk. So that was my goal. Is there like a little like mail flap?
You don't see one. You could make one, but breaking the panorama is a good way to something max headroom.
What about this is an old building. How is the gap in the door?
Ah. Good for paper, maybe. Not for a sheet of metal.
Not even one at a time. All right. Well, in that case, the little message that she will send to Mr. Hezekiah will be, I've got something for Lila. I know it's a little early. Are you ready for me?
You get back. Meet me at the office.
Perfect.
Not 2 minutes go by before he's walking up the stairs and heading in your direction. And Lila is very close in tow.
Thanks for meeting me here.
Yeah. She's grinning wide. You got something for me?
I do. She'll withdraw it from her coat.
You got something in your pocket, you just happy to see me. Because she's looking at the name down the side of it.
Cora will laugh. Because
And
well, I'm always happy to see you, Lila.
Oh, I mean. Now, can I?
It's all yours.
Yeah, it is. She just. Hello, precious. Oh, goodbye. And she just Zoidberg's out. Well. Now we can bring things to order, shall we?
Of course.
Gesture to the door as he goes to unlock it. He waves you in. And the office is fairly pristine, though a certain amount of well-organized chaos in places. In order to do the things that you've seen him do there, and the less than legal nature of it, there's a certain amount of not quite legitimate stacks of things everywhere, but well accounted for. And you see him take out a oversized manila envelope from behind his desk, but it's part of a stack, and he's sort of thumbing through it. This one. I believe these ones are yours. Tell me if there's anything wrong that you can see.
Fantastic. I'll take a look.
Now, I know nothing about Georgia plates. I'm going to say that right out. So I don't know if it requires stickers, if there's something that has to be physically stamped on it. So all I will say is, as far as you know, these are completely and utterly legit and flawless.
These look flawless.
Yeah. So that happens when you own one of the presses, and you know someone that can create the number.
How long did it take you to come across both of those resources?
Oh, Lila has been around a while. She's useful that way. But as for the other things, oh, I would never give away my own secrets.
Of course not. Well, I do appreciate it. You must be pretty good business partners.
Bit of an odd couple, but we make it work. But other than accruing cars, how else are you getting along?
I think I'm doing rather well, anyway. Found myself some things to keep myself busy and making friends, you know.
Have you found yourself steady work yet?
I believe so.
There's hesitation.
Oh, well. I've had a trial run so far, and, you know, I think the rest will go just fine.
Let's hope for your sake. But if you're ever hurting for work, you know how to get a hold of me.
Oh, you'd have work for someone like me.
Potentially.
Okay, well,
I never
like to
throw
keep-
away a potential resource.
yes, and I like to keep my options open as well.
Well, as Ventru, I can appreciate diversifying your portfolio.
Yeah. I'm certain.
Well, I have other appointments to keep up with, so unless there's anything else.
No, I don't believe so. I won't take any more of your time. Before I leave, I want to glance around the office. Is there anything on either of the desks of these co-conspirators?
Her desk is actually in like a room behind that room.
Okay, so I wouldn't be able to just casually see it.
You remember in the first
from my
introduction?
vantage, yeah.
She had peered around it. Very here's Johnny.
Oh well, maybe I'll get a glimpse at it another time. In that case, Mr. Hezekiah, do I see anything of a personal nature or slightly idiosyncratic on his desk? Is there like a magic 8-ball, a lava lamp, something, or a photo of some place, a postcard, anything that just kind of speaks to something that is beyond maybe just his work professional life?
Interesting. This seems like a satellite office. It's too cut down and too pristine. It's almost both office and warehouse in the sense that it's a lot of... Because this is Elysium, this is not technically his space. He's had to compress a certain amount. Trim the fat. Nothing here looks like it is personal effect.
Yeah.
Or maybe he just runs a very tight ship. After all, you know that Lila was in that back room playing video games, or at least that's what she claimed.
I don't think I will quiz Mr. Hezekiah on it tonight, as Cora is so often interested in doing. But she'll make a little note, and maybe when he has a little more free time, she'll probe a little bit about that.
Okay. So you're going to go out and start putting these on your car? Okay. You'd also mentioned on break that you wanted to send a text. Do you want to do that kind of simultaneously?
Sure. she'll say in the group chat with everyone, it's been a night or two. Meet up at the gazebo in maybe 5-10 minutes. Just see how everyone's doing. Added as an extra message after.
Does it become increasingly more like one sentence per message kind of thing?
I think Cora tends to text in that manner, yeah.
Okay. Does it get more rapid as you're sending out more? Like it's almost like the desperation, or is it more calm than that?
Not in this case. It doesn't. I don't think it would come across as feeling like desperation, especially when the rest of the group is used to seeing the way that Cora texts.
Okay.
Like,
So
okay, she
nothing's
just
different.
tends to kind of text like she's sending like Morse code, where it's like first message, second message, third message.
This could have been one text. I know so many people that do that, and it infuriates me.
Yeah, I don't text like that in real life, but it is a little bit frustrating for me as well.
Send me the
But I
novel.
like it for her.
Send me the novel. I'd rather read that. I don't need the word by line. That's psychosis. And yeah, the question is, how does everyone respond to that? And everyone does see it, aside from Ellie.
I'll give it a thumbs up.
I'll text back, OMG, sure. Sparkle emoji.
Artem doesn't say anything, but he will probably be there.
Okay. Tabby, what did you...
Oh, Tabby had definitely not responded first, but after seeing that there was a thumbs up, we'll just tap the thumbs up.
Okay. Nosferatu following the venture. Yeah, that seems about right. So you're able to put those on your car. The question is, did anyone head to the gazebo right away? Or did you give it that 10-15?
Ooh, interesting.
Who went there first?
Went where first?
The gazebo.
Is it in walking distance?
It's behind the house.
Then yes.
Okay.
I'll do one more lap around the inside and then head out.
Okay.
Yeah, I also want to look around a bit
Okay.
before going.
Ellie, did you stay up on that balcony?
Sure did.
Mm-hmm. You start to see some of the new bloods filtering out. But not towards the front door. They're going out the back, which is where you have easy access to the gazebo and the docks.
Well, I could always use some fresh air. I'll give it a second as I think about who I want to talk to, and probably a walk around outside will allow me to clear my head on who I may want to approach later.
Okay. So I guess we're going to go with Tabby gets there first. Kind of doing the John Travolta, looking around, maybe a little nervous, a little lost.
Tabby looks very out of it. Just kind of not quite glazed over look, seeing nothing, but very, very not being vigilant of the surroundings, just kind of arriving there and looking forward.
Okay. Do you sit down, or you kind of just stand in a haze in the middle?
She'll crouch down.
Okay.
Kind of just squat there.
Just taking up floor space, right? Okay. I'd say Cora next.
Taffy, hey.
Hey.
Looks like we're the most punctual.
Yeah. Tabby looks oddly quiet and is not avoiding your eyes, but is clearly thinking about other stuff. Does engage if engaged with, but not a good conversationalist.
Cora's got some good persympathy. Can I tell that something is up?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say you'd even need to roll for it. It's Tabby, I think, is wearing it on her sleeve very much at this point.
Before everyone else was gonna show up, do you want to talk about something?
She like kind of looks crazed for a moment and just kind of creepily laughs to herself aloud. Nope. But thanks.
Hey. Whatever it is, I'm an open ear if you need me, huh?
She looks up at you and just kind of scrutinizes you as if she's trying to... As if she clearly suspects you of something. But without gleaming an answer to that, and whatever question she has in her head, just half smiles and nods her head. Thanks. Do you... Do you have anyone you can talk to?
Yes, I think so. There's people back home. So then, do you know the Neonates?
Savannah's a fucking minefield.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I've mostly tried to steer clear of that business for now. Just sort of, you know, we're new, but talking to people who don't seem like have so much invested quite just yet. Or maybe they do, but I don't get into that.
Get into what?
Whatever it is, the schemes. You know, I talk about normal things that people talk about. Olivia has a garden, you know. You saw it with me. So ask about what she's doing there. And Titus likes cars, and so do I, so I talk about that. You know, we might not be strictly human anymore, but human sorts of connections.
The connections thing is very hard. I didn't... She looks like she's about to open up about something, but then closes off again.
Yeah.
But after a moment, she does speak up. I've found that my attempts to make such connections have been very punishing so far.
Hmm. Well, I did get once a piece of advice saying that I needed to be more cutthroat. But so far I'm not sure how well I've listened. I'm doing okay. So, I don't know if it'll necessarily work, but maybe just people around here. You might think that every interaction needs to be a sparring match, but I don't think so.
I mean, this could be for all I know.
I suppose it could. That was an interesting thing too. In my old line of work, how do you impart some kind of authenticity when there's so much transactionality about? But I don't know. I just try not to think about it so much.
I'm tempted to close off entirely. I don't know why I'm telling you this. There's an expectation on me to know things, to be connected already. And before, I didn't have much anyway. And then when I suddenly did get stuff again, got a few people, the city blew up essentially. So from scratch again is very hard to find direction, and I didn't feel like I couldn't say things before, and that has gotten me in trouble significantly already. I mean, obviously there's the stuff we're all supposed to be about, but it's even all the stupid scheming already. I'm supposed to already have a scheme.
So as you're getting into this part of it, the other three will start to filter out in your direction. Maybe not all at once, but they are starting to show up. Now the question is, Ellie, are you following them? Or are you trying to... What are you trying to do here?
Ellie's doing something that's partially actually happening and partially an alibi for being outside.
Mm-hmm.
And what they're doing is they're texting Lila, and the question they're asking Lila is, who would you pay like $200 for a ticket to watch me try to strike up a conversation with?
You get 2 gifts. One is the deep fried awful compilation gif of Chris Evans laughing endlessly, and the really bad stapled in gif within gif of Tom Cruise leaning back and laughing.
Yeah.
I have ideas is all you get back as a message.
Great. So Ellie will make moves to be walking by the gazebo, kind of like looking at that message and just kind of waiting for and actually we'll just say I'm over by the gazebo if you want to tell them me in person.
We'll get to that in a second. We have to switch the sequence here because the others were coming out first to go to the gazebo, so we're going to have them saunter into the scene first.
As the rest of everyone is walking up, Cora will have, facing the inside of the gazebo, got her arms up on the railing and leaned back on it, kind of close to Tabby. Goes, well, think of it this way. How many repetitions did it take? And now you can drive a manual car, huh? So you start with the little things piece by piece and don't think about the whole so much, and then eventually the whole is there. It takes time to learn a skill.
I got real lost on that analogy, but I think I understood what you were saying. I can't drive an automatic that well. Were you at the racetrack?
My point is, in a short time, you learn to drive a car. And it seemed intimidating, but it just took breaking it down into pieces first.
Thanks.
Of course.
Poppy, Artem, Kate. You missed what the conversation was, other than the fact that you know a conversation was taking place.
Evening. Bora. Battle buddy. He sort of puts out his fist for Tabby.
There
Good
is a
trick, because Tabby's sitting on the ground and Artem is a giant man.
Tabby is squat pretty much in the middle of the gazebo. But there's a very complicated, very quick, imperceptible interaction when that greeting is made and the fist is offered to her.
Okay.
Lot of emotions move very quick.
Artem, I'm going to have you roll perception empathy.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. This has gone well for you. This is your area.
Well, perception I have.
Do you have empathy?
No.
Okay, so this is going to be out of 7.
Okay. 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 1.
You got 1. Okay. Can you give us a little bit of where that's coming from? I have a guess, and I want to see if I'm right.
What you got out of a bunch that just happened in an imperceptible little moment was that fist bump meant a lot more than a greeting to her. And she will bump it back tentatively, try to keep back the complicated stuff. Hey.
He looks at Cora. Usually she hits harder than that. I guess we're here.
Ah, that's right. You two did some boxing or something.
We're talking boxing, and Poppy like hops over and sits on the ledge of the gazebo, like next to Cora, and kind of bumps her with her shoulder softly.
Yeah, Cora will nudge her back playfully.
Wait,
And I,
did you all start a fight club without me?
We would never.
Thank goodness. Thank
Or
goodness. I
erase.
Also, I
am
think
pretty
you're not
intense.
supposed to talk about that stuff.
Oh, you're so right.
I want everyone to realize for a second the personal growth that just happened in that moment.
You're not supposed to talk about
It all comes full
discretion.
circle.
Indiscretion. Tabby's
Get you
just
a
like,
shirt.
indiscretion.
If Tabby had a tassel right here, she could move it to this side now.
Graduate.
Oh, note that Chris is in the New Bloods group chat too, so she's allowed to show up if she so chooses.
Ooh.
I would like to lean against the railing inside the gazebo where I can watch the back door and the yard space.
Okay.
Strategic of you.
What's that? The venture just taking stock of the whole room? Perish the thought.
Evening, everybody. How's court treating all of you?
It's good. Crowded tonight.
I'll kind of look at everyone one by one as I ask that.
Tabby's looking away and clearly is holding back a curse that nearly just blurted out.
I've been, I think, trying to keep things at an appropriate level. This seems to be going all right for me.
How's the house hunting?
I think I've got that solved too.
Good job, Cora.
Yeah, we'll need to throw a little party celebrating the fact that I've graduated.
Yes! I'm so
You
down.
invite everyone to your house?
Well, no, I can't do that, of course. But, you know, somewhere around here, I'm sure. I'm starting to meet people. Someone's going to have a wonderful idea of a place we could go.
What about you, Tabby? How's the evening?
I'm
Tabby.
after that kind of rough response, there's a moment, and then she kind of tries to socially recover and says, "Thanks for asking."
You've had some
Yeah.
experience with court before. How does this compare? Still finding your sea legs?
Yeah.
With Kate still kind of eyeing towards the door, Ellie, did you try to sneak out to trail them? I guess you did, because you were standing outside texting. So you would see Ellie wander into your orbit, not in the gazebo, probably couldn't listen to what you're saying, but is outside, visible.
Hey, Tabby. What do you know about Ellie?
She shrugs her shoulders.
They just keep popping up is all.
Yeah. What do you
We
want
went-
to know?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Whatever you want to share. Should we be worried, or is this more of a, I don't know, trying to find friends thing?
I've not been great at the former or latter. Shit. The friends part. But, Ellie's cool. As far as I can tell. We hung out for like total of 2 hours, which is sadly the most amount of time I think I've spent with any one person since getting here.
You had
No,
some
wait.
good time behind the wheel.
She
with
looks
me.
over at Artem. Nah, never mind. That thing we don't talk about took a while.
It's okay. We don't talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, who came out better for
This thing
that?
of ours.
That
From
thing.
what?
That,
I said, from what?
We really doing this?
wouldn't want to be indiscreet, Miss Fulton.
I need you to write that moment down for yourself. Because it's the moment that I'm allowing you to use to justify you getting back a willpower.
Yes.
Uh,
How's your night going, Kate?
Pretty well.
I'm sure, with the house bustling tonight, you must be having all kinds of fun.
There's been some interesting conversations.
Here to share.
I got to meet the Bruja that Chris wanted us to go party with. Delightful individual.
In what way?
Oh, you'll have to meet her. She'll be a different experience for everyone who's not Ventru.
That's not promising.
I don't know, she could have a thing for Nosferatu. What, Tabby? Donut?
Donut?
Hmm?
What?
I said, do you doubt it?
Oh, I thought you said donut.
Donut? Kate's brought donuts for everybody.
I feel
They'll
like
come with little blood pipettes.
I feel like me pursuing a relationship right now would be fraught.
You're sitting in a
With you?
gazebo with a whole crowd of people.
Are you
That's
proposing
something.
polyamory?
I wasn't referring to a relationship in that capacity,
Oh,
but I mean,
Why do
whatever
keep
floats your
getting
boat,
these offers
Tabby.
tonight?
Okay, Artem, you have to expand on that. Where were you earlier? I saw Chris. I saw Harlan and Lewis. Didn't see you anywhere.
I'm very sneaky, as you can tell.
Mm-hmm.
Bigfoot is sneaky.
It's the click-clack of heels that hit your...
Bigfoot.
Have you not heard of Bigfoot?
What is Bigfoot?
Oh my god. It's I think he is Bigfoot.
I'll send you a
American
link.
cryptid. You're gonna love this. You're gonna love this, Artem.
Bigfoot is basically you, but smaller, less hairy,
You know,
and less
Artem, you
more
should-
documented.
You should actually ask Chris about it.
About Bigfoot?
Speaking of which,
Yeah.
Chris is walking out. But at first she walks up behind Ellie. Boo!
Do I have to roll to not like jump out of my pants, or
I'm gonna have you roll to see if you noticed her.
if
So
I
just-
noticed her?
Yeah, before she did that. So we're just gonna go with
Roll for pants.
go with
Like Kate wants us all to do.
perception alertness. Well,
Okay.
you tell me, how focused were you on them and your ruse of being on your phone?
I will say I'm pretty focused on them. I think I would not be as aware that
Okay.
Chris would have been part of that group chat.
hmm You had thought that everyone that was going to be arriving has
Would have been
yeah.
amongst them, thinking
So-
that that new person is probably the other neonate that's been mentioned
Mhm.
before.
So I'm gonna put this just at a 7 of perception alertness.
Not a 5 because I admitted that maybe I was. All right.
Oh no.
Two successes.
Okay.
Yes, 2 successes.
They had 5. So
They
you tell
rolled
me.
a 5 is what I'm hearing. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, cool. That's
And a bunch of 10s.
That part's true. So she does manage to get right to your ear and just give you the full ASMR boo. You tell
Ellie
me
falls
if that
asleep instantly.
does that scare the life out of her or of them?
I think I don't know. I don't think Ellie's been scared like that before, so I'm with your permission, I think it might even be a little bit of pushing at whoever jump scares them like that.
Mm-hmm. There's nothing funnier than seeing a practical joke backfire. So you just flail wildly? Or what do you?
I think it's a little bit of push to get distance to actually identify whoever it was that was behind me. So not whack, but
A
shove.
shove. Okay.
And they are going to regret that decision once they see who it is.
Mm-hmm. Do you have potence?
Potence is listed, but I don't have a dot in it.
Okay. Roll strength and
Oh no.
athletics.
Oh no. Oh. Graham.
This is when we find out Ellie was secretly built for strength and athletics, right?
Right.
Graham, I don't have a dot in athletics.
Okay, so that'll be a 7.
Guess how many dice I'm rolling, everyone?
Oh,
This
Oh.
should be good.
Chris,
Oh,
can I
Hey,
throw
you
on
could
a roof?
explode
Looks it.
several times.
Oh no, this is a roll against Chris. We know how this goes.
It's not a botch,
Okay.
Oh
Mhm.
man.
but I rolled a 5.
Okay.
There it is.
The true Nos curse.
Not so much.
That's the Chris curse.
You, in your sort of blind flail, you basically mush her face. And she's staring at you, through the open, gap in the fingers, just her eye just... Dude. Take your hand off of me, or I'm gonna rip it the fuck off. Now, Artem,
I imagine-
you would hear her voice because I think you've probably become a little attuned
Mhm.
to where she is.
Immediately, boom, looking at the situation.
And what you probably see is not only the hands on, but Ellie's talons almost around the it's
Just
almost
one
as
hand
if
at least.
yeah, but it's almost like you see
Like
a
a
face
face
hugger on.
Do I
on
get a good view
Chris's
of this
face.
since I spotted
yeah.
Ellie? Perfect.
You have the best view. You saw it from start to finish.
Excellent.
Walking over very quickly now.
Oh no, he's Wayne from Letterkenning just T1000ing it.
Ellie carefully
How you know?
untangles their talons.
I'll
And
get everyone
goes-
at that. Gives
and
you his
goes-
attention.
Should we do something?
Oh, just watch.
Sorry, this is why I was never good in haunted houses.
She looks at Artem and goes, You were so busy paying attention to them. That's why you didn't notice me.
I was on my phone.
Let's see it.
And shows the text with Lila.
What was the initial text to Lila that led into this again?
God damn it.
I'm spying.
Who would you pay $200 for a ticket to see me strike up a conversation with?
Mm-hmm. She's going to read that out loud.
That we can all hear.
Mm-hmm.
Ava Lash.
Ooh. You see Chris just point. Yes.
Hi, Chris.
Fine. And Ellie takes their phone. $200 a ticket.
No, this is not something I'm paying for in advance. I need to see it happen. And
Who
when
are
it's
you?
done,
That's Ellie.
Did you not meet?
That's Ellie. It's just Tappy's thing.
I thought you'd met Ellie, actually. Or did you?
No,
Never.
Ellie and Poppy have never met until this moment.
Fantastic. I love this for you.
Yeah, and so Poppy and Chris both being here like complicates the who the heck are the new bloods hanging out with question that she's had.
Well, don't be shy. Oh, here's a question. Is Artem just all up in Ellie's face at this point after seeing the mushing on the person
No,
he's sort of attached to?
so there is definitely a want to like let her fight her own battles. So not like that's not quite the energy, but like this honestly, it was more for Ellie's protection than hers.
Thanks, Artem.
I respect that. Because it's true.
One strength. That's not a good sign.
And she can go full Edward Scissorhands at a moment's notice. So, good call. Well, don't stand there like an asshole. Come say hi.
Ellie puts their phone away. Hello.
Hey, Ellie.
Hey, Tabby. Hi, Cora.
Hey,
See,
Ellie.
I've met most of these people already.
Poppy will hop down from where she's sitting and kind of stride over with her arms crossed. What were you doing spying on my friends?
I was literally meeting Lila here. I'm
Oh.
sorry that you think you reserve the gazebo.
And Poppy.
Ellie.
Lila's on her way. I can't wait to see her.
Lila never responded that she'd be coming.
I know.
I think that was Chris.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
she saw
Ellie.
the whole roll of
Oh,
text.
Chris. Oh, I thought that was Graham saying that.
No,
That's
that
Chris.
wasn't
Oh, God.
It's both. Chris just blew your cover.
Can we help you with anything, Ellie?
Didn't blow it. Just because she didn't respond my way doesn't mean I can't be on my way there already. I said I'm at the gazebo if you wanted to meet. Because I thought that would be a nice place to go.
I would just
Do you
like
need
to
a moment,
point out,
Ellie? You're getting a little aggressive here. I'm just hanging out.
I would like to point out that behind Ellie is Chris. In front of Ellie is immediately Artem and now Poppy, and then the rest of the cavalcade.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Kate's moved up to the steps now.
Okay.
No, I don't need anything if y'all are so occupied.
I mean, you're welcome to sit and hang out with us. It seems like you have a deep interest.
And Ellie takes a second and goes, I've actually had a question answered already.
Oh.
So,
What question's that?
I'm going to speak to Miss Lash. So thank you for answering a question already. Now I don't have to wait till for Lila to give me an answer.
You see Chris look to Poppy like, we should introduce them to Bobby.
You know, we actually know somebody that might be more of an interesting conversation.
Really? Because this conversation's been so engaging. I really value the opinions here.
I mean, clearly, since you've been spying on us, but yes, this is truly a interesting specimen of a person, incredibly tall. I don't know. It could be interesting if you're trying to gather information or something.
Not me, is it?
Oh, no, but a friend of ours.
I'm not an interesting
Distinct from him.
It's like Ellie's tried talking to Artem. That's not worked.
Their head doesn't bend that far back to look. We don't. Things are real tense here. We could just chat.
Yeah, we can.
Is there a deadline on your deal with Lila?
Nope.
Ellie has some ideas in their head that are formulating right now.
Mm-hmm.
Just,
You want to send me those after the game?
yeah, totally. I'll send you those after the game.
To order 5 bottles of cyanide.
I wonder what Fitz is using all that formaldehyde for.
No, there's not a deadline.
So how's your evening at court been, Ellie? We were just discussing our nights.
Chatted a little bit with Petra.
I don't think I've gotten to meet Petra.
The well-dressed one, right?
You should all have a second to talk with her as well.
I'm afraid of drawing her eye.
She was in a
Are
group
you
that
not?
looked rather exclusive.
Was it a pleasant
Oh.
conversation?
Did you all have trouble talking to that group? Or introducing yourself to the group?
Just no need yet.
Well, sometimes it's not about having a need. Sometimes it's just about taking the time to get to know everyone around you.
Cora's gonna kind of look at Tabby, even be like, Yeah, you see?
And what would you like to know, Ellie?
Well, I would like to make sure that a fellow member of my clan is not being used by others.
How would we be using Tabby?
I don't know, but it has happened to members of my clan before. And so you'll forgive me if I'm a little protective.
Well,
It's fair.
Tabby will finally like stand up from her crouch and walk
From
walk
the-
kind of to the edge of the gazebo and drape over it a little with her elbows. Well, thanks, Ellie. If it's any consolation, there's just talk so far. Got nothing to take advantage of, you know. Other than some words of comfort, which are nice. Don't get many of those.
Well, I'm glad you are able to get them from some folks around here.
You know, you really could just join us. That doesn't have to mean anything, but kind of over her shoulder, back over at Cora. Was this just like a meet and greet, or was there a
No, it's
specific
fine.
thing?
It's fine. No, Tabby, it's fine. I have other people to talk to. I have other engagements to have.
Cool.
I won't interrupt you all any longer.
I hope you have a pleasant evening, Ellie.
Nice to meet you.
And if you do decide to talk to Lash and I get to watch, I will most certainly pay up.
And Tabby Ellie keeping a wide berth from Chris.
Oh, she's
Saunters
just sort of
back into
slowly
the-
swiveling, just broad smile that makes you think maybe a little bit of Lila. Like she's just looking for an excuse. And it's one of those smiles that does not reach the eyes. And you could swear for a second you can almost hear that predatory rumble just percolating in here somewhere.
Ellie's going to remember that face for a little bit. And Ellie continues. Ellie smiles back and exits into the house.
Okay.
You all right, Tabby?
Abby's been kind of like watching Ellie leave with a quizzical look on her face. There's... Hey, Kate,
Mm-hmm.
you asked about Ellie.
Yeah.
What would you trade for an interesting fact?
How about a lesson in surviving Savannah? Court doesn't seem to be much of your thing. Kind of happens to be my thing.
What would this lesson entail? Like etiquette or...
What do you most want to know? You said something about indiscretions earlier.
What I need is a resume. The one that I left behind in Savannah is not of much use here, other than experience. So I need to start doing stuff.
So you need a little interview prep, and you need some connections.
Even, yeah. Think of me when you're looking for a person to do stuff.
Do you have any leads yet? You
Potentially.
gotta remember, I'm still on the low end of the totem pole as well.
I imagine we're all varying degrees of that here.
Well, if you need to talk through any of that, possibly. If you need to work on maybe how you present yourself to a new job situation, let me know.
Well, the interesting fact, which
Would you like to have this conversation a little more privately between the two of you?
she kind of smiles legitimately at you, Artem. You know what? Yeah. And she will just kind of stroll over to Kate and lean over close to her ear if she doesn't have an issue with that. This ain't much. But Ellie makes a lot of money. And it's not from talking to neat people. Do with that what you will.
Thanks, Tabby.
Anytime.
Need any more lessons on surviving court politics?
I think I'm
know where to
gonna
find me.
avoid court for a bit. At least Elysium.
I mean, it's a good chance to make connections with a lot of different people.
Yeah.
Though I understand if you want to make inroads in the Warrens first.
I've got a few numbers, certainly for the most immediate prospects. Hopefully I can rely on those for a little bit. I am not on the outs. I've had some moments of levity and slips of the tongue, and we are working on those.
Gotta weigh every word you say.
I hate doing that.
It's the best way to survive, though.
Yeah. Makes
You'll
it a
learn
lot.
who you can be more open with. But it's not in the big house.
And at this point, by the way, Tabby's more talking to the group than just Kate. She's kind of returned to her spot. It's hard to have moments of levity, and when you're like, oh, wait, that thing I might casually say could... I don't know if anyone can relate to what I'm talking about, but in the few moments where I have attempted to make these connections for potential advancement and or just general social benefits, the humor that I've used ended up being bad. Masquerade stuff, but doesn't go in deeper than that.
Well, that's a legitimate problem. But you gotta learn your audience. Adjust for it.
Also, to preface, I'm not a comedian of some sort, so if anyone's worried that I'm just going to start spouting stuff to be funny, that was not
I'd
what
love
happened.
to see you do stand up.
Yeah, yet. You could be a comedian. You could do it.
Not at this point. But yeah, if any of you would just benefit from having someone who can get stuff. Obviously, it's a case by case, but I've been in a few houses.
It's good to know, Tabby.
Selling yourself feels gross.
It does. Yeah. I feel like court is a lot of that.
And that's what, like, you both, at least, pointing at both Poppy and Kate, seem to do normally.
Tabby, I mean this with all great kindness. Never go to DC.
Heard. Don't have a car anyway. And I don't imagine any of the underground stuff leads all the way there.
You know, not to put a damper on any beneficial exchanges, but one of the things I sort of like about this right now is none of us has a whole lot of stake in one another yet, and it keeps this a little more comfortable, right?
Yes, but I still don't like the fact that there was a random person spying on all of you. That doesn't sit right with me, you know?
Poppy,
No, that makes sense.
good instincts.
Oh, so wait, so you know Ellie already. I'm sorry, I've been working so hard, but like, what is the deal there? How do you know? What do you know about Ellie?
We met them briefly. They ask
Okay.
a lot of questions. That's about it.
Great.
They weren't at court introductions, though. I think they're trying to play catch up.
I see.
For whatever it's worth, I mean, I don't rescind my earlier comments. Ellie, at least, has been cool in the times when I've interacted with him. Of course, there's definitely kinship stuff going on. Nosses tend to stick together a bit more, in varying degrees, and that's interpretable, but tends to be a more uniting factor amongst us.
Tabby and Ellie and I did some driver's training together. Ellie was a good learner.
That's a funny image to me.
Were you at the racetrack, Poppy?
Yes.
Shit.
I don't think I saw. Because I was
The
hanging out with
racetrack.
Bobby. No, but like we didn't.
You were also like dancing the whole time.
Yeah.
So
'Cause
you
I
and
was
Chris were
dancing and then hanging
vibing.
with Bobby and Titus.
Well, here's the question. Arden, did you see that crash?
Yeah, so I was gonna say
Okay,
in
then I
canon,
did.
I
Yeah.
saw it. I don't know who it was.
Oh.
It was loud and bad enough that anyone who was busy was like,
Who was that? Okay. Then I saw the crash, but I probably didn't know it was you.
secrets out. Yeah, here's some free anti-advertising. Don't hire me as a driver.
Ah, come on, you have that little faith in my training.
I have utmost faith in your training, but good teachers can have real bad students.
You know, Tabby, you don't have to let everyone know that was you.
It's better to not hide that.
I'm just saying not everyone here was there, so
Who wasn't?
a whole large part of court.
Oh, court. I mean,
Maybe when you're presenting your resume, maybe don't lead with your negatives. That's what I'm saying.
well, I didn't in this one. That was the second thing I said about myself.
Progress is progress.
It's like a sandwich. Now you have to say something good.
What's another strength of yours, Tabby?
She can fight.
In that thing you don't talk about?
I'm good at catching rats.
What thing?
You know what, Artem? Fuck you. It's the
No.
dumbest.
You've seen the movie, Kate, right?
Yes, unfortunately, I briefly dated a film bro in college, and I was forced to watch it more than once.
Then, if nothing else, you get that there's a joke to it.
But at some point, you've got to let it die.
No.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So, seriously though, this instructor, is it worth taking a stop by?
Oh, absolutely. I was
Yes.
actually going to try to find her tonight. See if we can
Honestly,
set up another one.
we all should go. I would.
So-
If Ellie's still inside, invite Ellie.
I'd
Yo,
be
one
up
sec.
for an introduction.
Tabby's gonna get up and try and go track where Ellie went.
I'm working on a different kind of self-defense.
Oh, really? Oh, what do you
Yeah,
have in the works?
I've got a job at Veritas. It's the security company.
Interesting.
Ooh.
Okay, so you carry around a little taser or a baton or something?
Oh no, this is America Cora.
Right. Right. Okay.
Not
Pew
here
pew?
though. Yes, not at Elysium. Think about someone who would try to bring a gun here.
So- well, I'd be interested in learning a little of that too.
It's something I'm still working on.
Can Tabby find Ellie if they pursued them?
We'll get to that in a minute. Actually, I think we'll have to get to that next week. As
Oh.
part of this conversation is starting to peter out, we're going to just touch back with Ellie for a moment as they're heading into the house ahead of all this. As you walk through, Petra sidles right up to you. Slight hip bump, but then all of a sudden, proper elegant posture. Oh, well, that... let me try that again. That ended well.
Yep. And you can tell that Petra can probably tell that Ellie's like trying to make like calming, cooling breaths as much as one of our kind can do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, we're just telling me things I already know. Okay.
Mm-hmm. If you'll excuse me, I have a meeting with Ava Lash.
No, you don't.
You told me someone who I would never talk to otherwise.
Oh, I'm going to go and get the best vantage point. Oh, it's going to be great. Okay. We're going to fade out on that entirely. And that's going to be where we end things tonight. But before we get out of here proper, we're just going to go around the room. And we're going to start with Ellie. I'm going to start with a question, actually. How does it feel to be a pseudo-antagonist that is pushing this group together?
Graham, you know this because of our previous sessions. But Ellie has a problem with holding grudges.
Hmm.
And Chris
You don't
just
say.
Chris just embarrassed the shit out of them. And Ellie has learned that the best way to gain respect from someone is through fear.
Ooh,
So
that's not a
take
good
with
idea.
that, take with that what you will.
Artem's like, I would advise again.
Oh, I look forward to
Oh, I'm gonna make
the-
popcorn for this.
Ellie, they do ag damage. Don't make me do this. Ag damage is harder to heal than regular damage.
the funeral pyres. Well, let's just say the Savannah's been on fire before. History doesn't repeat, but it often rhymes. What else?
Ellie is going to take the lesson to heart for Petra. And at this point, it has to be a fake it till you make it. Because Ellie has a couple of people that they know here and there, but they're mostly Nosferatu. And it's time that they branched out and started making contacts in other clans. Because they're honestly a little jealous that Tabby now has a group that she can seemingly depend on.
So let's, if that's okay, like to sidle
Yeah.
over to Tabby then. It seems like the appropriate segue.
Tabby seems to be in a constant flux of hopes and rock bottoms. And had reached potentially and hopefully the most so as of yet of her unlife, having gotten strike 2 on the discretion checkboard. And truly, in that moment, as she walked away from Mr. Mason, felt like she had nothing. Had no people to even just like calmly converse with. No real definite prospects, nothing to, and also had to watch what she said or she would be killed. So Cora and the rest of the group swooping in, not with necessarily a "we are your friends" type of relationship, but at least one that didn't immediately give her immense negative feedback, as has been one of the more common things that she has received so far. Seemed to ease some of that rock bottom, make it more of a soft rock bottom, and something shifted in her a little bit when she detected that Ellie might have been lying about why they were outside. And seeing, even if Tabby didn't really know what was going on, the fact that Ellie's, in the brief moment that the two interacted, not hard up for cash, and therefore would less likely be driven by dares for monetary gain, seemed like there might be some other thing going on. And Tabby decided to trade her first secret in a kind of twisted, also betraying another ally, but there are no true allies in Savannah.
I'm so glad to see you play VTM. Play vampires, betray your friends. That's what we're here for.
So it didn't feel fully like casting Ellie out, but it felt neutral, this kind of small betrayal. The first little notch on actually doing the vampire thing. And it didn't feel horrible.
So let's tumble on further to someone who's allowed themselves to venture on the slippery slope a little longer and talk to Kate for a bit.
What a ragtag group of neonates. But all of us gathered together. This has been a chance to just sprinkle in a little bit, see if it's worth putting in any more into them. So like we discussed last week, Innsbruck and I, you think in decades, think in generations. So, seeing the way that Tabby did step up and immediately share something against Ellie was nice to see from Tabby. Kept her from falling off Kate's radar completely. Poppy had good instincts, immediately not trusting Ellie. And she didn't get to talk much to Cora tonight to see how that's really been going. But we'll continue to spend time with Chris and Artem if possible. And keep exploring all that Savannah has as she maybe begins to make moves on this very bottom rung of the Savannah ladder.
Okay, let's go to Artem.
Well, we have a tentative date, unfortunately, so that's something we're going to have to deal with in the future. Looking forward to unpacking some of the other interactions we've had tonight with Chris on the way home, and then Alden if he can catch him before they turn in. He's never been spied on. Well, that's not true. It's been a while since he's been spied on, so that was kind of an interesting.
As far as you know.
As far as I know, that's fair. At least in that way. Different kind of thing in the woods, but he wasn't not on alert, but the dangers of this setting are becoming much more apparent to him. And he's definitely like returning to the thought that the first time he met another kindred that was not his sire or his sire's other child, he immediately got betrayed about as badly as you can be betrayed. So, those are things that he's thinking about.
Yeah. Walden did warn him at one point, this is more wild than the country.
He did. Oh, also, do you think Artem would have caught the look that Ellie was giving back to Chris?
Did Ellie give a look, or it's just that you were memorizing the look?
I thought there was kind of a stare down.
Ellie smiled back at Chris as they were leaving.
You would have caught that.
Okay. And that'll be another thing we need to talk to Chris about in the car.
Okay. I'm just going to go to Poppy then.
Poppy does not like it when people spy on others, especially if they make it obvious like that.
So is her gripe a professional one that's like, I don't care that you spy, it's just that you're bad at it.
It's like you didn't even like, did you want us to see you? Like, it's pathetic, you know? And I think she was maybe in the moment a little even surprised by the amount of like kind of loyalty she suddenly was feeling towards these people that she only met a few days ago. Yeah, I think it surprised her how ferocious she quickly could snap into being. But it felt good to do so. Yeah.
Any other thoughts before we move on?
Poppy's so happy to be able to like say that she has a job and like listening to this sounds really bad, but like listening to Tabby and like Cora took forever to find like a place to live. Poppy's like, "Oh, I'm like really fortunate. I'm very like I'm set. I'm gonna be okay." And I think this is the first time that she feels like I've set up my room exactly how I want it. It feels like it belongs to me. I got to spend time with Clarice today, who I look up to quite a bit, even if it is in kind of the chauffeur position. But Poppy's feeling a little more settled now, and so she's excited to kind of get back out there into like the social world. Yeah.
Okay. Last but not least, Cora.
Cora continues to nurture her own social world, and it seems to still be rosy, or I guess the blue hibiscus colored in this case. I think the big thing that Cora is feeling in this moment now, though, is when she asked this group that arrived with her and Chris, our honorary member, to come and meet her outside, everybody showed up. And then there was that moment of defensiveness too. And I think Cora sees maybe the start of a crew, you know? Some sort of something is happening here and it feels good. So yeah.
We'll make a coterie of you yet.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a story for a different night. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Appreciate you having you here. See you soon.